Welcome to Trade Show Talk. I'm Danica Tormolin, VP of Content, and I'm joined by Derrick Johnson here, who's with the National Medical Association. And what is your title there, Derrick?
Yeah, I'm the Director of Convention and Events.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. How long have you been there?
So that's actually a very interesting story. I've been there now for almost a year. However, I interned with the organization growing up. So I interned throughout middle school, high school, and college. And now I have my old predecessor's role.
Wow. What do you love about events? Did you know right away when you interned there that you wanted to be in events?
I did not. I wanted to be a band teacher, actually. And I studied music education at the University of Florida. And again, I was coming back doing the annual convention with the National Medical Association. And then I realized one day, I was like, wait a second, I'm also doing events at the Stephen C. O'Connell Center on campus. Maybe I should look into this space as a profession. And I did. I came out of college. I started working with the National Association for Gifted Children as their director of meetings and professional development, and really found a passion for adult learning and connecting people. And that passion has evolved into what I believe is our mission in this space, is to really change the world through connection and through ensuring that folks have the opportunity to share and learn in creative and meaningful ways.
Exactly. And that's really what events do. Build community and connections and learn. You get to learn and be curious.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially today when we think about events and technology and innovation, and also a focus on DEI, I add the A for accessibility. Everyone is unique and different in the space, and there are opportunities to engage people in meaningful ways to them. And I think it's our responsibility, and also it's a privilege to be able to diversify the scales of what we do in this space to fit these unique needs.
So tell us a little bit about the association. That sounds pretty broad, National Medical Association. So who's your audience?
Yeah, our mission is to eliminate the health disparities between the underserved and everyone else. Through that vision where we have a world that is equal and that has equity across all channels, our members are healthcare professionals that are a part of that want to be a part of that overall vision. The majority of our members are African American physicians, but our partners range in depth from a lot of corporate entities to your pharmaceuticals. And so as we think about who's a member of our organization, anyone with a passion for creating change in this world can be a part.
Awesome. That's a big goal.
It's a huge goal.
Yeah.
It's a huge goal, which, I mean, hopefully one day we'll see that become more of a reality.
Yeah. Do you get international attendees?
We get a few, but mainly the organization is domestically based, where we get a lot of our demographics from the U.S.
So tell us about your trade show. What does your trade show floor? You said, we talked really quickly before we came on. It's about 75,000.
Yeah, we have about 75,000 square feet of exhibit space. And our trade show is very unique because we break it up into our auxiliary to the National Medical Association. They have their own subset space within our portfolio, and they are the spouses of our physicians. They create their own trade show area, so they're selling merchandise like paintings and clothing items and jewelry, which is actually a lot of fun. And then on the NMA side, there's a lot of pharmaceuticals doing demonstrations. And one of the things that we're hoping to evolve the trade show into is more activation-based experiences, that there are more hands-on interactive elements within the trade show. We also have an educational component within a trade show called presentation theaters, where we create these meeting rooms and allow partners to come on board and do presentations for our participants in those spaces. And in those areas, we normally host a breakfast or lunch or have snacks of some sort. So to entice the attendees to come in a little more frequently than they would, because again, we have so much content out there in our 26 different medical sections that exist outside of the trade show floor. So
like your education.
Yeah.
Do you have continuing medical
We do.
education credits?
We actually are one of the largest providers of continuing medical education credits. Our physicians start meeting at 7 a.m. and stop at 5 or a little after, and are able to get, don't quote me on this, about 20 or 30, maybe even higher CMEs by the end of the convention.
Yeah.
So they normally leave with the bulk of whatever they need for their overall certification.
For the
recertification,
year.
correct.
Yeah. So I know that it's always a huge issue at medical conventions to get doctors and medical professionals to the show floor, right?
Oh yes. Well, I mean, I think that's everywhere, but
Yes,
but
in particular.
Yeah, we try to align the physicians' needs with the partners. So ensuring that we understand what our partners are seeking and then aligning them with the sections that exist is very important to us. And as we continue to grow our trade show, the hope is that we're leveraging data more effectively. We know who's at the convention, and we can directly connect them to people who are going to be meaningful in their worlds when they leave the convention. The convention almost serves as a kicking off point to a year-long interaction and engagement strategy of the organization underneath the theme of our president in that current year. So as we look at our partners who exhibit in our space, ensuring that their goals are articulated to us prior gives us the runway to ensure that we are bringing those constituents to those spaces. And the way we do that is through breaks that we may offer in the spaces. We're in New York this year, so we're theming each floor of our exhibit hall because it's broken up by different spaces in New York, so we're branding them Harlem or Times Square or Central Park area, and we're creating those environments. So in Central Park, you'll see grass, you'll see trees, you'll get an experience as if you were at the park, and games and activations in that space. So that's another way of really pulling attendees in because they're curious. And once they're inside, they'll be immersed in those experiences, and the partners will be there to help facilitate that immersion and interaction and really give them the benefits that they're looking for.
And is it at Javits? Where
No.
where are you holding it?
Yeah, we're at both the New York Hilton and the Sheraton Times Square. They're two hotels right next to one another. I was gifted this opportunity to create a universal space for the convention underneath two homes, two roofs.
That's a challenge.
And it's going to be a lot of fun
Yeah.
because we're breaking up a lot of our content. The exhibit hall will be in the Hilton, Midtown, again, on multiple floors there. But we do have other activations over at the Sheraton.
New York is such a big draw, right? Yeah. Are you expecting record
so,
attendance?
It's so much fun. I hope so. The thing that we've seen over the past few years is a growth in attendance at the convention. Ever since the dreaded 2020, we've seen that our physicians and our members and our partners want to get back out in the physical space. People crave
Together.
The interaction and the ability to be together. We're hoping that we can continue to create these opportunities for people to do that in meaningful and creative ways.
So where are you headed next year? How far out are you planned?
Yeah, so we are heading to Chicago next year, and we're going to be at the Hilton there, which is under one roof, so that'll be exciting. And then I am currently solidifying our final contracts for 2026 and 2027. We have two destinations who I think are going to be able to create a whole different dynamic for our convention. One in the space of really honing in on the diversity that exists within their community and allow us to come in and help uplift minorities and the underserved populations. And the other one's really going to create a whole different look for the convention, to look at the collective whole of what we're doing and be able to customize it in different ways. So I'm really excited about what the future holds for the convention and for the exhibition that's attached to it, because the future is bright, and we have, again, so many tools, so many innovative things that are coming to fruition in our space that we'll be able to capitalize on.
Have you seen anything cool on the show floor?
There's so many things. The way that some of the booths are designed are pretty amazing. Obviously, we have this puppy lounge right outside of this door.
I'm so lucky.
Which is absolutely breathtaking and
Do you
so
have that at your event? Do you
exciting.
do something like that?
We don't, but one of our exhibits personnel wants to do something similar. And seeing it here, first of all, you gravitate towards it. It's so much fun, and it seems so relaxing.
It's calming, I think, for people
Exactly.
to put you immediately in a good mood, right?
Speaking of good moods, there's an activation further down. It's an interactive activation. My peer colleague who I'm here with, one of my best friends actually, who's also in the industry, we saw this huge piano.
I saw it. Did you jump on it?
We immediately tapped it, and as soon as it made noise, started doing chord progressions and tapping out songs. 10 minutes went by, and then we moved around the corner. They also have an archery activation.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Which is a lot of fun, where you actually have a bow,
Yeah.
and you are shooting in virtual reality. And that was, again, after that activation, the fun, my brain just felt relieved. I wasn't focused on the appointments or everything or anything else. It felt relieving. My aura was in a better space. And now I think about having these types of things, these engagement pieces that aren't necessarily content driven or aren't necessarily directly connected to the medical field, but are fun for the person,
right,
the individual, things that are going to gravitate towards them as people. That's, I think, where we need to do a better job at implementing on our trade show floor, because while they're professionals,
business professionals, they're also consumers and people.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Doctors are people too.
So, do you do anything giving back when you go to a destination? I'm guessing that you do, considering your mission.
I love that question, because we 100% do. On the Saturday of our program, we do an event called Walk a Mile with a Child. And the event came to fruition because of one of our physicians wanting to really communicate the importance of being active and what that does to the mind, body, and spirit. And so at the beginning of Walk a Mile with a Child, and this is open to not just our convention delegates and the kids who come, because there's a kids camp attached to the convention, but we open it up to the entire community. And we market it to the entire community, to schools, to charities, to churches, to come and join us. So at the beginning of Walk a Mile with a Child, we literally walk a mile together, collectively. The families, our leaders, community members, and we pick a route and we walk a mile, normally led by a band of some sort. We were in New Orleans last year, so we had a second line band lead the march.
Yeah.
I think we had a marching band the year prior, but some musical entertainment that is going to facilitate that.
And draw attention too.
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
And then also put people in the right mood, right?
We're looking to use the mascots from some of the professional sports teams in New York to generate that excitement. Don't tell anyone quite yet. So at the beginning, we do the walk. At the end of the walk, it leads into a health fair where we have activations and opportunities for folks to maybe get their blood pressure checked or
get some medical services.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's using the abilities of our physicians and of our community to do wellness
Yeah.
for the community that we're currently in. We also, in addition to that health fair, do a STEM program for kids, and they get to do hands-on interaction when it comes to science, math, technology, and they get to feel and touch and really see all of what STEM has to offer. And so that piece is one that will continue to grow with this organization, and I'm super excited that it's attached to the front end because it's right before the convention, and we get to bring all of our leaders to be engaged, but even more so, we leave a better footprint on the community because of it.
Yeah. And do you get some press out of it usually? Does some like local media come and cover it?
Yeah, the local media definitely covers it, and we haven't really done a good job at tooting the horn, if you will, but more to come on that, I think.
Yeah. Do you feel like you've left your mark on the event itself? What's one of your accomplishments that you're proud of?
I joke with folks and say that I'm bringing this dinosaur into a new generation because the convention has been executed in the same way for many years, and it's everything from the idea of paper registrations and collecting cash and credit cards on site. We've done away with now these paper registration forms and moved to a very digital space. We have had hundreds of printed signs around facilities. We're moving to more digital formats this year. The exhibit space, pushing our partners to more activations as opposed to sitting behind 6-foot tables and having tchotchkes and just waiting for people to approach. More engagement things. We also have a sustainability element attached to our convention where I'm doing away with all of the bottled water, the plastic bottled water at the hotels, and we're giving our attendees water bottles, but not just any water bottles, but we're using Fill It Forward this year so that any individuals can scan and scan during their consumption, and a donation goes to a charity. And that all of that is just a small subset of things that we are implementing this year to really evolve what we're doing for our members and stakeholders, but it really will change the scale of how the convention operates.
You certainly have left your mark then already, it sounds like. So,
And wait, there's more.
More to come. There's more to come.
I'm a big tech nerd too. I don't know if you've noticed my glasses.
Yes.
They're Meta glasses. So I tell everyone this.
I did notice your glasses, but I didn't know they were the Meta one.
I say it's ChatGPT in my glasses. So I'm big on technology. With that being said, really trying to see how we can leverage innovation and technology in new ways within the organization, leverage AI to facilitate some of the data collection and analysis to produce better results in the future. Those are all the other things that are on my to-do list.
Super exciting. How long have you had those glasses?
So they were a Christmas present.
Do you love it? Like how?
I love them.
Tell me how you use them.
Yeah, so professionally, I use them for site visits. I don't have to take a pen or paper. So not only can I talk and interact with them, but they also take pictures and video record. And the images, I guarantee you, are better than your mobile phone. So on site visits, I will initiate the glasses and I'll point out, so this is the space I want to do. I think we should do a stage here. I think we can do theater over here. I can dictate to a video.
That is amazing.
And then have it send directly to my inbox.
Wow. I need some of those.
I think everyone does.
I know.
I'm super grateful for them. So that's how I use them professionally.
Yeah.
And also they're blue light lenses.
I see, yeah.
So they definitely help when I'm looking at screens in the
All
computer.
Day. Yeah.
There's a clear difference that I've noticed.
Awesome. Okay, I'm going to have to put that on my Christmas list.
Yes, the Meta glasses, they're Ray-Bans.
And I love my Ray-Bans.
Ray-Bans,
anyway.
thank you. And you can change the lenses if you want. You can change them into sunglasses or prescriptions if you need them.
Awesome. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes of your
Yeah.
time with us today. I really appreciate it, and it's been so nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you too. Thank you very much for the opportunity,
Yeah.
and have a great show.
Thank you.